in regards to basketball lore, we got, Andrei Kirilenko, right? Andrei Kirilenko, aka AK47, which is probably the dopest, nickname you can have, right? You know, when you think of Andrei Kirilenko, like who's like a player comparison today, right? You probably think like Jonathan Isaac, before he got injured was basically like a top 5 defensive player of the year candidate. And he was putting like 5, stats. Andrei Kirilenko was putting like, I don't know, like 10, 7, 5, 2, 2, like certain stuff like that. Jack of all trades kind of player. And, they were trending up with Andrei Kirilenko. Like Andrei Kirilenko is basically like a mix of like, Draymond Green, kind of like Jonathan Isaac, where he can do everything. He's an elite defender. He can give you 10 points. He was putting up games where he's giving up like 6 blocks, 3 steals, and I'm like, he can do it all basically. Like in 2003, when John Stockton retired, I think, and it was 2003, 2004. John Stockton retired. Karl Malone, went to the Lakers. Like they were gonna just tank, right? They were projected to be like, I don't know, like either like second to last or like third to last in the West, and they ended up with 42 and 40, I believe. It's either 40 or 42, but they missed the playoffs by 1 game, and that was because Andrei Kirilenko was like so impactful for the team. Like no one expected the Jazz to win that amount of games. It was just Andrei Kirilenko, going off, right, and just giving you 15, 9, and like ridiculous stats of like everywhere. Jackknife kind of player. It's like Swiss Army knife. Like he can do it all. Fast forward to like 2006, 2007, right? His stats dip. Why does his stat dip? Well, according to Channing Frye, the podcast Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson and Road Tripping, like Andrei Kirilenko was basically addicted to World of Warcraft.
Or serious? How serious was Andrei Kirilenko though?
Yeah, no, he had like 4 or 5 maxed out players.
Yes,
he just he was crazy.
Money wise, World of Warcraft at the time was like the hottest thing out.
Yeah,
he had guys he could have sold upwards of $100,000 each.
Yeah,
It's like people pay for characters, so the amount of time he put in, he had about 8 of the highest level characters ever.
And I can't believe his game went down.
I remember I was going to get a DMP and we were playing Utah and it was 3 a.m. and all of a sudden he's like, you see his character run across. He's like, Channing, what's up? And I'm like, don't you play tomorrow? He goes, yeah, probably. And I'm like,
yeah, that was all of us though. We were all on the 3-4 in the morning.
That's
true. You were playing. I was
them
DMPs.
No, that game was a life sucker. That thing killed me.
I never got. So I played the original.
Right. Like for those who are not familiar with World of Warcraft, it's basically like an MMO. It's like a mass, multiplayer, RPG role playing game where you can basically level up your character and just go around the world. And the first World of Warcraft came out like around like 2004. And then, like, his stats went from like 15, like 9, and like 6 whatevers to like 8 points. Like his percentages went down, everything went down. Why did it go down? 2006 and 2007 that season. Well, basically like the Burning Crusade, the expansion came out.
You are not prepared.
Like just think about it. This dude was super addicted to WoW. He would be playing like all day, every day. Channing Frye said like, dude, I'll just log on like randomly at night, and I'll just see Andrei Kirilenko on like every day. Tim Duncan was playing. They were all in the same guild. Like Tim Duncan played. Like you see Andrei Kirilenko just running around and like the China fan was like, "Hey man, like, aren't you playing tomorrow?" And then Andrei Kirilenko was like, "I guess, yeah." And he would just play all day. His stats reflect it was a terrible season for Andrei Kirilenko. Like, it was terrible. Like this dude straight up didn't care. Like Tim Duncan said, like, dude, this guy maxed out every character he had. Like he had like 8 of the highest level characters at the time. I mean, at the time when WoW was playing, it was like 60. I think it was like 60 before the level raise to like 65. Is it 65 for Burning Crusade? I don't know. I'm not too sure, but for like Burning Crusade, like WoW's always been like a grind fest, right?
Ores are only worth 2 experience points apiece. Do you know how many we would have to kill to get up 30 levels?
Yes. 65,340,285. Which should take us 7 weeks, 5 days, 13 hours, and 20 minutes, giving ourselves 3 hours a night to sleep. What do you say, guys? You can just hang outside in the sun all day tossing a ball around, or you can sit at your computer and do something that matters.
I mean, the fact, like, for them to like get you up to like level 60 or level 65 or whatnot, I mean, they're raising up the level cap each and each. I think they're like, I don't even know what the level cap is now for, you know, the new expansions, but you know, at the time it was just so difficult to get up to level 60, max up your level, that you would really have to play, like, put up hours and hours just to, like, you know, fight against you know, these bosses that take like 2 hours just to beat. Like I'm not even kidding. Like yeah, like, you know, 6 to 8 party members in like a freaking, in like a run, like a dungeon run or whatever it is, and you're just going to fight this big boss, and it takes like 2 hours. You know, people are talking shit. Yo, you know, cleric or priest, fucking heal me. Everyone's talking, you know, stuff. And, you know, it's freaking Andrei Kirilenko playing this shit like fucking 24/7. Dude, it's crazy, you know. Burning Crusade, you know, that's what it's done to, you know, NBA players. Like, this dude's so addicted to WoW that I had like a big ass back tat of his paladin on his back. I mean, that's what they say is paladin. I don't know if it's true. Like, this is a big dragon with paladin on his back. Like, I guess he really likes WoW, you know. But, you know, after that, you know, after that season, it went back up. I think he got, you know, kind of yelled at from like the Utah organization, and then his stats went up again. But I think it was done. You know, this is what happens. Like, the addiction is real. You know, World of Warcraft. You know, I guess that was it for Andrei Kirilenko. Plus the injuries too. I guess, you know, Andrei Kirilenko was getting a lot of injuries, but you know, guess, you know, WoW is just his vice.
Live by these words, Loktar Ogar, victory or death.